not. Okay, so we'll start with the second data structure, which is we have a data frame. The first data structure we read was our series, and then next we are going to read is our data frame. So what actually happens in the data frame? Data frame is generally what it is. Actually, it is a table only. It is a combination of your table. So whenever we talk about table, it is your data frame. So data frame includes the data frame generally whatever the table like structure is there, it is considered to be as a table. We can see in the table that there are different terminologies which are being used. So see if we talk about this males, females, column heading, so that is your column names. Just let me take some. Oh, okay. So if I talk about, you can see my cursor right on the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if we talk about this male, female, person, rural, and urban, that will be your column name. Whereas the data written inside this will be considered as your data value. Similarly, if you can see here NAN, that is not a number. If any of the data entry is missing, then it will be put over here as a NAN. It will not be a garbage value, it will be NAN, that means not a null. That means the values are not a number. That means the values are not written over there. That will be a missing value. Then this side, if you look over here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are your indexes, or you can say as the labels, which are the label for your rows. This horizontally you can see is your rows, and this is your columns, which is generally in a table. So data frame also follows the same thing which your table actually have it. So these are the column names. These are your rows name. Now the column index will be considered as an x is equal to 1, which is written over here, and the row index will be written as your x is equal to 0. So whenever we are going to do any operation, that will be according to your x's and rows and columns. So for that, you will not write as rows, but in the formula or in the functions, you will always be writing as x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 0. So if you want downwards vertically your operations to be done, it will be always x is equal to 0. If you want this way your operations to be done, it will be your x is equals to 1. Now this data frame is said to be as value mutable as well as size mutable. Why it is value mutable and size mutable? Because in this you can change the value of the data anytime. You can drop the value, you can add new value, you can change the data in place. Also, it is size mutable. That means its row can be added anytime, its column can be added anytime. Also, it can be deleted anytime. So both the functions are there. That's why it is said to be as value mutable as well as size mutable. Now for creation of the data frame, like if you want to create a table-like structure using our data, before what we were doing, we were creating series. So in series, what we were doing, it was only 1D structure, where only one column was there. But in this data frame, it is a table-like structure. So if you want to create a table-like structure, that means a data frame, its syntax will be data frame object. That means the name of the data frame, which whatever you want to give, will be equal to pandas. So see, if you are writing your pandas, the first statement what it would be import your pandas. If you want it as PD, it can be as PD. If you don't want to write as PD, that's completely your choice. So import pandas will be your first statement before writing any of the code. Now see pandas dot data frame. Now see while writing a data frame, while creating a data frame, your D and your F should be capital. If you write D and F small, then it will be a wrong definition. It will throw you an error saying that the data frame has not been written properly or the syntax error is there. So D should be capital, F should be capital. So this is your data frame, pandas your data frame, and then your 2D structure or 1D structure. It can be a list, it can be an array, it can be a dictionary, it can be a list of dictionary. All these things can be go into this. Whatever the data is there to which you want to convert to data frame will be your 2D structure, comma, then your column names. Whatever the structure is there, आपको जो भी column name उसको देना है and which sequence do you want to give it, you can write it over here. And then the indexing should be there. Indexing means that the row label, do you want it by default 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or do you want it again like A, B, C, or something like this? Is it properly coming? Voice is audible to you all now? Any breaking of the voice?
Yes, ma'am, it's audible.
Okay. So now data frame accepts many different kinds of 2D and 1D structures. So we are going to create now data frame. We know what is a data frame. Data frame is a table-like structure which has columns, which has rows, in which the columns axis is equal to 1 and which rows axis is considered to be as 0. Now we have to create a data frame. So data frame can be created by using list, by dictionary of list, by dictionary of series, by list of dictionary, by text or CSV values. I'll just elaborate all these points how we can go through this. So before going on to the making of the data frame, let's understand some of the attributes or methods and description associated with it. As we have done in NDRA and NumPy, what we used to do, we can find out its size, we can find out its data type. In the similar way, in data frame also you can find its axis. So what, like suppose if df is my data frame, df is the name given to my data frame, then I can simply write it like df.axis. It will show the output that which axes are there, row axis levels. If you are saying axis is equal to 0 you want, then it will show you all the row levels axis 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the axis you have. If you want column axis label, then you can give it in that way. Here data type is there, you can find out the data type using it. So this is the way how you can find. Like I'll explain one over here. df.size will explain you the size of the data frame. Like in NDRA, we have a size. In the similar way, data frame also has a size, and the same way it is calculated for data frame also. So there are so many attributes or methods which can be used with the data frame, like data frame.axis, data frame.type, data frame.empty, dot dimension, dot size. So you can take one of the data frame in your example, and in that data frame, what you can do in that data frame, you can try all this using dot operator and just see the output. This is the task I'm giving to you, that create a data frame. Now, how you will be creating the data frame, that will come in our next slide. Yes, Vivian, do you have any doubts?
Ma'am, the voice is not clear. There's a background voice coming.
Is it audible now?
Like a machine is working, something like that.
Is it better now? Feedback.
No, ma'am.
Still breaking? Hello. Is it still breaking? Can you hear me? Okay. So these are some of the attributes or methods which you have to try on your system. Create a data frame. Uh, is it okay now? Hello. Is it okay now? Vidya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is a task I'm giving to you all, that we have different access.
The corrections are loose, I guess. It is coming very low, the voice, the volume.
Hello. Do you want me to be louder?
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Hello. Is it okay now? Hello. Is it audible now? Hello. Okay, that adjusted somehow today because I don't think the network connectivity is okay then because here everything is okay. Can you hear me properly now?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I start then? Is it still breaking?
It's slightly breaking.
But then okay, then adjust somehow for this because everything is okay from here. I don't know. Okay, just wait a minute. Can you listen me now?
Now it's better.
Yes, ma'am.
Now it's better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we'll go like this. Okay, so these are some of the attributes which you have to try yourself. And this, you have to create one of the data frame first. And using that data frame, you have to use the dot operator with it and use all this function and see the output how it comes. Going on to the next slide, so we'll be creating now our data frames. So the first thing we'll be creating our data frame is from array or list. So I have given an example of the list. Suppose we have a list. Okay, so we have a list in which, okay, so we have a list of data having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the data in it. So what I'm going to do, I have to create a data frame using it. And I know that for creating a data frame, first statement which comes will be import pandas as PD. So the first statement you are going to write in your program is import pandas as PD. Then your data which we want to convert it into the data frame. Now this syntax is like PD because PD I have considered as the PD over here. PD dot data frame. You can see that D and F is capital over here. So data frame it will be D dot data frame complete word will be there in which D and F will be capital. Now in the bracket in the parenthesis data will pass on because we want to convert that data. Its output will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 because I have not given any column name, any index. That's why by default its column name will be 0 as well as its row name will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. As we have in ND array, in the similar way in data frame also, if the index will not be given, it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if the column name is also not mentioned, it will also be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Could you please explain us to again install pandas? I'm not able to install. Okay, Arnav will be installed. We can do it later on. Once the class is over, we can discuss it afterwards, after the class. So if you are creating it from the ND array or list, you can do it in this way. Only the syntax will be pd.dataframe and you can pass your data. This was using list. Similarly, if you want to do it using ND array, what you can do it, you can just convert your data list into array and then you can pass it to the data frame. Now see, I made a mistake over here. You don't commit that mistake. I have written it myself, so I forgot to put the D capital over here. So in data frame, this D should be capital. I have created F as capital, but D is not capital over there. D should be capital. So before sending the PPT, I'll make sure that I'll correct it. Now the second point was that I already mentioned that you can create the list using ND array, which is already done. You can create your list using dictionary of list. So in that dictionary of list, how will you create it? So as the word says dictionary of list, that means you will be having a dictionary in which the list will be there. So what you're going to do, see, I'm creating a dictionary first because I want to create a dictionary, a data frame using dictionary. And that is also a dictionary which is having list. So what can I do? I'm having two lists, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Now see, these are the floating list. Points are also with them. Decimals are also with them. So I have two lists and that list I need to pass it into the dictionary. And also in the list should be in the form of dictionary. So the dictionary is there. Dictionary में क्या होता है? एक key होती है, एक value होती है. So the key is 1, which will be our column name, and the values are your list. So that's why the topic is saying that we want dictionary of list. That means we are creating a dictionary in which the column name is 1 and 2, and your data is your list 1.2.3.4 and 4.3.2.1. So now we have a dictionary in which so many list values are there. I want to convert it into a data frame. So the syntax we have is pd.dataframe and d. D is our dictionary which I have passed over here. Now you can see the output. The first column we have is our 1. So 1 and it's all data. The second column name is our 2. So 2 and all its data. Now see again, in data frame I have not given the index. That's why the indexing has been by default as 0, 1, 2 and 3. One more thing to be noticed over here is that 1 and 2. If you do not write anything over here, then columns by default come into the sorted order. If there are so many columns over here, then while creating a data frame, it will come into the sorted order. You can see over here. Anyway, here 1 and 2 was only the sequence given, but if the sequencing would not be like that, then it will take the columns in always sorted order. Data frame gives you columns in sorted order. Now suppose if I want to give some indexing to it, I know that the indexing is by default 0, 1, 2, 3, but I want some indexing to be given to it, and I know that in data frame I have an option to give the column name as well as index name. So this is the way how you can pass the index to it. So it will be D. D is your dictionary because you want this dictionary to convert it into the data frame. Now someone is asking sorted based on sorting is like alphabetically sorting A, B, C, D. You can see 1 and 2. These are all sorted. The column names are sorted. I mean that the column names will be sorted on the basis of your alphabets while giving an output of the data frame. Now your indexing is A, B, C, and D. So because I have mentioned the indexing, 0, 1, 2, 3 will not come, and A, B, C, D will come as an indexing. So this is the way how you can create it using dictionary of list. It is a dictionary, but since it is having list values inside it, that's why we are saying dictionary of list. In the similar way, you can pass arrays also. Now the next we are going to create our data frame from dictionary of series. So what we were doing before, we were passing the list, and now we will be passing the series. So we know how to create the series is pd.series. So one way is you can directly write series like this, pd.series, convert it over here, or you can first convert the series and then you can pass it over here. Both are your choice. If you want someone has a doubt saying if I want the columns in certain order, if you want the columns in your certain order, that you can specify index के साथ में column. As I have specified, index is equal to ABCD, comma, you can specify columns is equal to, it should be first A, it should be B, it should be C. What sequencing do you want? You can specify in the columns equal to column. In that you can specify the sequencing. So in that way, the sequencing will come in your column. Then it will not be a by default chronological order, but then it will be specified one. Okay, now we are going to create our dictionary using series. So I was telling you that if you wanted using series, the one way is that you can directly convert your series first and give it some name. Like I can write A equal to pd.series, and I can convert the series and can store it into the A. And I can write over A here also. And otherwise you can do it in the same way. You can on the place also, you can directly write pd.series. So now I have 2, 3 series. That's why I've written from dictionary of series. So now 1 is your pd.series and indexing is given. 2 is your pd.series and indexing is given. So you can create in this way also. So dictionary is there, indexing is there. Now if you want to convert it into the data frame. So now this value has already come into your dictionary D. So now this will be converted to data frame. Let's see how the output will be generated. If we say df, See, whatever the keys are here is will always be considered the column name. So 1 will be here, then 2 will be here, another column name, and its value is what? That pd.series 1.2.3. So it will be 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. And the indexing is ABC. So A, B, and C. For the second column, if we see the indexing is A, B, C, D. So by default, data frame क्या करता है? जितने भी indexing अगर extra भी है, it creates a union of this. So it will be ABC and ABCD. So the indexing will be now ABCD, and since D is not there in 1, it will be NAN, not a number, because nothing is given over there. That's why it will be NAN. Similarly, for 2, TWO2 second column, we have A as 1.0, to B as 2.0, C as 3.0, and D as your 4.0. So this will be the output of it. Next we have is, suppose we know that in dictionary the indexing already I have given, but if I want that the indexing should be according to me, or if I want the indexing should be the one only which I need, I do not want ABCD all, then the data frame, in the data frame whatever indexing do you want, you have always an option of writing the indexing over there. So what you can do, pd.data frame D, that means dictionary should be converted, comma, we have an attribute saying, argument saying index. The index is equal to how many index do I want? D, B, and A, and it should be in sequencing D, B, and A. So I think it would be very clear to the one who is having a doubt, what if you want to give a sequencing. So in this way, like indexing ka jaise maine sequencing diya that I want D, B, and A, in the same way, you can give the sequencing to the columns also, which is explained into the next one. So here indexing is D, B, and A. So it will only display both the columns having the indexing D, B, and A. Now I know that in one column we do not have any value for D, so it will by default give NAN, not a number. Coming on to the if, what is the case if indexing is also given, columns are also given. So if I want indexing should be displayed, which will be DBA, and the columns displayed should be 2 and 3. So I can write it like this. Now see, 3 is not a column at all. We don't have any column like 3. So in that case, what will be the output? It will be NAN, NAN, NAN. All 3 rows will be NAN. Is it clear? Any doubts till now? Whatever the indexing is there, it will make a union of the indexes. Union means अगर एक में नहीं भी है और अगर दूसरे में है, so the output will be complete one. It's like I already explained you, Krishna. Okay, so like ABC is here and ABCD is over here. So in that case, one was not having the D, but it will be always union. That means जितनी भी keys आपकी indexing लिखी हुई रहेंगे, सारे indexes will be included. Any doubts? So shall we move on? It is explaining how you can use index. It is also explaining how you can go through the columns, if the columns you are writing. Now we are already done dictionary of list as well as dictionary of series. Both are actually all same, only the data you are passing is different. Here you are passing series, whereas here you are passing your list. Now what if I want to prepare, if I want to make a list of dictionaries? I want to create a data frame, but I want to create my data frame from list of dictionaries. अभी तक हम क्या कर रहे थे? Dictionary के अंदर list pass कर रहे थे. Now suppose if you want to create it from list of dictionaries, I want a list in which the dictionary should be there, and I want to create the data from that. So in that case, what can I do? See, the list is, I have used the square brackets over here at the end that denotes your list. So the square bracket is at the end that denotes your list. So your list is there, which is having dictionary, and the dictionary is saying that there are 2 dictionaries. One is having A and B as column. Another dictionary is having A and B and C as your columns. So there are 2 dictionaries, and this dictionary is your list. Okay, only 9-10 minutes are remaining for the meeting. We will be rejoining the meeting. I do not want any of the student to leave the meeting because this is a very important topic. So we'll be rejoining the meeting again. Okay, from the list of the dictionaries. So we have two dictionaries, and this is in your square bracket, which says your list of dictionaries, because lists are always in your square brackets. So this is your list of dictionaries. Now, if I want to convert this list of dictionaries into your data frame, the syntax is same. Whatever the data is doesn't matter. The syntax will be the same. And always, whatever the curly brackets or the dictionary values are there, always the key value will be your column name. So your key values are A, B, and C. So ABC will be your column name. Now let's see, after converting the data frame, how the output looks like. Now see, I have not given any indexes in the data frame. So the by default index will be a 0 and 1. Suppose if I want to give the index, these are all repeating again, that if I want to give the index, then it should be first and second, then it will be first and second. If I want to give the columns as that, I do not want this to see C column, I want to see A or B only. So I can just write A and B. So it will be A and B, and it will be showing its output. Is it clear? Shall we move on to the next one? So we have done the creation till now using simple array, then using list, dictionary of list, dictionary के अंदर list use करके हमने data frame create किया है. The syntax is the same, pd.dataframe, only the data which we are passing are different. Next, we have created it using series. Then we have created using list of dictionaries. All the examples are there. Everything will go into your journal. All single programming is going to be there into your journal. You have to practice at your home with your system. Next, we are going to create the data frame using text file. So what if I want to create using text file? So see, I have created a text file in my system with name input, and it has 3 columns. Now see, I have not given any rows name over here, but there are 3 columns. So how can I create it using this? I have a text file. I want to create a data frame using text file. So in pandas, we have some methods like read underscore table. So read underscore table methods allow us to read the table from the system. If you have any text file, you can read it from there. The syntax is like this. So what you can do in the syntax, first you have to import your pandas as usual. Then see, my file input file was at the location E drive IP chapters pandas input.txt. So then I have to mention my complete detailed path over here. इन रीड अंडरस्कोर टेबल कि आपको कहाँ से रीड करनी है, उसके लिए आपको पूरा पाथ मेंशन करना पड़ेगा करेक्टली, इंक्लूडिंग योर फाइल नेम एंड देन कॉमा. Then it has some values like delimiter underscore white space is equal to true. That means these are some of the delimiters. You can also give a comma also, that delimiter is equal to comma. If delimiter is equal to comma, then also read it as a next word or next element of the table. I am giving here delimiter underscore white space is equal to true. That means if there is any white space, that should be considerable. Don't think it like that the file has been ended. White space should be considerable. So see, in the column in the text file, if you can say I have given already the white spaces between them. So this is your white spaces. Now I have not given the column name. So I can give the column name using the name attribute over here. The name should be equal to A, B, and C. Print your df. So let's see the output of it. So the output is like this. Since I have given the name ABC, so for make sure that it's not written like columns equal to. When you use read underscore table method, you use names. So names will be ABC. Indexing was not given, so it will be by default 0, 1, 2, and then all the value which was there in your input. So you can see in the output, I have not imported it or something like that. I have just used read underscore table method, and then I would be able to see my output like this. In the similar way, you can do it using comma separated values also. So in comma separated value, I have created a file and the values were like this. Now see, it seems like Excel file, but its extension is not .xls. Its extension is .csv. CSV stands for your comma separated value. You may expect it into the 1 mark question that what CSV stands for. So it is your comma separated values. Now see, this file is not your, this is an Excel file, but its extension is .csv. इसका नाम है file name .csv. It is not .xls. So by default, if you create any of the file into Excel, its extension is always .xls. but not in this case. Its extension is .csv. If you will read .xls file, it will not allow you to read because we are working on comma separated values. So there is a feature, if you want to read comma separated values, you can definitely do it using read_csv. So if you use this function, you can read that file into your software itself, and you can read the data frame from there. So see, it is a pandas function, so we will be importing first pandas. Then your function is pd.read_csv. Before, what we were using read_table, that was reading your text file. When we say read_csv, it will read your csv file. So it will be pd.read_csv, and then the same thing will go here also. It's complete file path along with its file name. Now it has 2 rows, but I do not want to see 2 rows. If you want to see complete 2 rows, you can directly print your data. Or if I want to see only 1 row, जैसे हमने series में पढ़ा था, that we can use the head function for it, that you can specify the number of rows do you want to print. So I used the same head function over here, and I asked head to print only 1 row. So that's why our output is having only 1 row. If I would have asked head to print 2 rows, it would definitely print 2 rows from it. So this is a function. How do you use head function? In the series as well as in the data frame, the functionality is same, and the way you use is also same. So this is how the output has been generated when I use my CSV file to read. The function is here .read_csv. For the text file, it is here .read_table. Clear? So this was all about how we can prepare our data frame. So the first data frame we were creating using ND arrays. Next we're creating using list of dictionaries, then list of dictionary of series, then list of dictionaries, then using text file, and then using your CSV file. Now the data frame creation is all done. Now how we can access this data frame? अभी data frame हमने पूरा बना दिया है, but what बना के करेंगे क्या जब तक उसके ऊपर कोई ऑपरेशन नहीं होगा. So now if we want to use our rows and columns, then how can we access our rows and columns? So operation on the rows and columns. So first we will deal with the columns only. So for accessing a column, there are 2 ways you can denote it. It's very confusing if you don't know this. So it's better to clear it out. How do we use it? So one way is data frame object. That means your df, df and then square bracket and column name. So one way is that using a square bracket, you can use the data frame. You can just specify your column name कि आपको कौन सा column name चाहिए. Or other ways using dot operator. In dot operator, what you can do is you can just use dot and then your column name. Both are correct way to access a column. But don't be confusing कि dot भी लगा दिया और square brackets भी लगा दिया. If you are using square brackets, dot will not come into the picture. If you are using dot, then the square brackets will not come into the picture. So let's see one of the example over here. You can select even the multiple columns also. So the example is here is import pandas as PD because we are working on the pandas. Then we have to create a data frame by default because we are working on the data frame. So we are creating a data frame. Again reminding you that while writing the data frame, D should be capital, F should be capital. After this, what is there? We are creating this मतलब हम data frame create कर रहे हैं using dictionary. So dictionary is having list. A के पास values है 1 2 3, B के पास values है 4 5 6. So if I print df, you can see I have given I have shown the output also. Okay, अगर मैं df print करती हूँ, it will look like this. A is the column, B is the column. By default indexing is here 0 1 2, and the output is like this. Now if I want to print only A, and if I am not using dot operator, then this way it will be used. If I want to use dot operator, then this way it will be used. And if I want to access multiple columns, I can write both the columns inside this. But one more thing, if you use multiple columns, there would be double square brackets for this. You cannot use simple square bracket. See, when I use only one square bracket, there were lots of error prompting to me that you cannot use this way. So then I figured it out that there are double indexes. You can see in the syntax also. क्योंकि आप जब